What the fuck is that,
The Reverend Dr. Andrew Davison of the University of Cambridge told the Times UK he was one of 24 theologians in a NASA-sponsored program at Princeton's Center for Theological Inquiry in 2016 and 17. The program examined how major religions would likely respond if humankind encountered extraterrestrials. On the University of Cambridge Faculty of Divinity blog, Davison said he looked at Christology, which studies belief in the divinity and humanity of Jesus. In what Davison calls the most significant question, he asks whether Jesus, as understood by Christianity, is unique or could be one among many incarnations on different worlds. Davison blogged that he's found theology and astrobiology have come up together in popular writing often, at least since the 19th century.
All right,
Hey, shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Kakadash. Double honors into the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Real quick, this is just a lesson going into these, what they call aerial phenomenons, which is known as the UFOs or the chariots of the Most High. Okay, Esau used that term UFO, which abbreviates to unidentifiable flying object. But we here, the Israelites, we know what those ships represent. Okay, and as the Lord is getting close to his second return, these particular phenomena are happening more often and more frequent through the Spirit. And we've been stating that these things will happen. You know, I myself, conversing with the brothers at the camp, we were just speaking on how brothers are getting ready to see these ships. Like you may walk outside and see the actual ship in front of your house, because we're coming into them times that the right hand is getting ready to counter that left hand, because the left hand is in full operation right now. Okay, so I didn't have it wasn't going to be a long lesson, but this is just a few precepts here. I found it interesting because now we're getting ready to start exemplifying those miracles and experiencing those miracles and actually doing those ourselves. So this is the book of Revelation 1, and these are the words of Yahweh Shai. Okay, it says, verse 8 it says, "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen." And if you looked at the event when the chariot showed up over the football game, the people were kind of welling a little bit. They was in disarray, or they was surprised and shocked. Like they like, what the F is that? What's that? You know what I'm saying? But when he comes back, actually declaring war on the heathen, then that's when everybody's gonna mourn. Because remember, Yahweh Shai is gonna come back into a world that's still intact in some countries. Like here in America is gonna be totally decimated, blockouts, totally war torn because of the Civil War. All right, the martial law, the riots, etc., and the natural disasters and the cities being broken down. So when he comes here, America is gonna be totally not operating. But different parts of the world, you're going to still have marriages, people giving it to marriage, people working, still living their everyday lives, partying, clubbing. And then that's when Yahweh Shai is going to pull up on them. That's why it says, "Behold, he coming with the clouds," okay? And it's not just one cloud. It's a plethora of chariots, according to Revelation 19. It says, "And every eye shall see him." And it says, "And they also which pierced him," which proves reincarnation. Because you got to ask yourself this: the Lord was crucified 2,000 years ago. How can the people that pierced him get a whiff or see him? Well, due to reincarnation. It says, "And all kindreds of the earth shall wail, even of him, even so, amen." Okay, so I want to go into that word "well" and look it up real quick. And we're going to go back to this Acts. This is the word "well" in the Greek, Revelation 1 and 7. And then it goes here. Copto.
Strong's G 2875. Copto. Copto.
All right, so let's see what copto means. It means to cut, to strike, to smite, to cut off, beat one's breast for grief. Beats one's breast for grief. Meaning these people are gonna be in a totally disarrayed state of mind because they're gonna see this big ship come from the heavens out of nowhere, and this ship is gonna be so huge to the point it's gonna be from one end of earth to the next because it's gonna totally block out the what you call the firmament or the heavens. Okay, you're not gonna see any sky up there because the ship is gonna be that big. Okay, which is frightening in its own. All right. It says, look up. Grief, sorrow, trouble, sadness, anguish, pain, distress, sorrow, heartache, heartbreak, brokenheartedness, mourning. And you notice they put emphasis on the word mourning here. Okay, mournfulness, bereavement, lamentation. And that's gonna be the fate of you people, man, because hey, you proud and you didn't take heed to the warnings, man. Okay, and you Edomites, this is clearly the end of your rulership. So when that happens, you're out of here, man. And there's nothing you can do about it. All right, because this is the book of Revelation, Acts 1, and I'm gonna start at verses 9. It says here, when he had spoken these things while they had beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of the sight. It's kind of like what they would consider an abduction. He was beamed up into the chariot. Okay, it says, and while they looked steadfastly towards heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, which the two men were angels. It says, which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye up gazing into heaven? It says, this same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, so shall come in like manner as ye see him go to heaven. So he's coming back in the same way. He's coming back with those ships and with that angelic force to bring holy hell on this earth, man, and to deliver his elect. Okay, and these are the times we coming into, and this is why people are seeing these ships, man. Because check this out, Revelation, 2 Esdras 13:1, it says, and it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, that arose a wind from the sea, and it moved the waves thereof. Now this is talking about the heavens, outer space, okay, coming through the firmament, man. Okay, the sea represents the heavens, outer space, because the scriptures go into the Lord divided the waters from the waters, Shemayim. It says, and beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. That's why it says that he cometh with the clouds, is a plural. It says, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. Okay, that goes back until every eye shall see him, and they should be well because of him. Okay, so these people are gonna literally give up the ghost when they get a hold of these ships, because this is basically what they conjure right out of a sci-fi movie, you know, like an Independence Day. You know, people felt like, oh, well, that's not reality, that's a movie. But when these producers and so forth, when they make these movies, they're getting it from some type of inspiration, man. Okay, whether it be the Most High himself, giving it to him in a dream, like James Cameron said, he got the whole scene of the destruction from a dream the Most High gave him. That's why he was able to put it in his Terminator 2 script. All right, so people are going to realize that these things that they're seeing in these movies come from some shroud of truth. All right, and it says here, and whatsoever the voice went out of his mouth, they all burned that heard his voice, like as the earth fell when it filled the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heavens to subdue the man that came out of the sea. And those are going into the armies of the world. Okay, all these militaries might that was fighting against each other in this third world war, they're gonna stop fighting and they're gonna focus their attention to Yahushua. That's how that's gonna go down. Okay, with the total West already being pretty much in the process of being destroyed. So while this is happening, you're gonna be having missiles being shot on America too, because this is right when deliverance come, man. All right, and it says here, and behold, and lo, he have graven himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. But after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, yes, does fight. All right, so these are the times we enter into. So brothers, we're going to see more ships. We're going to see more weird and strange things that's going to happen
but I
on
would
this
have
earth.
seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven,
And with
and
that,
I could
I'm gonna
not.
close out,
And after
giving
this
all
I
praises
beheld,
and glory and honor
and
that's
lo,
due to
all they
Yahweh
which were
Hashem
gathered
Yahushai.
together to
And with that,
subdue him were sore
shalom.
afraid, and yet durst